G'day there, Ozysturm, country Victorian gamer of Star Wars Armada, Star Wars Legion, X-Wing, Battletech, Flames of War, Dystopian Wars, and many other games. This weekend I have completed doing some painting. I have been able to switch gears a little bit and get some painting done on a ATST, as well as on two of the Z74 or 74Z speeder bikes. Now, I haven't done huge amounts of videos of this process because there are a lot of people that have done it, and a lot of people have done it better than myself. These are the steps that I took to actually paint it in a very condensed format. So, please enjoy. Welcome to my spray booth out in the shed. Yeah, just a simple cardboard box. Anywho, you can already see that the ATST is fully assembled. This is because I got it secondhand. I have managed to wedge off the front gun, which I'm going to spray paint separately, and also managed to remove the base as well. I'm planning, as you can see, I've already undercoated it in this uniform grey by Army Painter, and I've also gone ahead and applied some cracking medium to those plates on the side, to the front, and to the same sides on the other side. What this means is that once the paint is dry, it should produce a crackling effect so that you should see the layers underneath, which is this basic grey, against the top surfaces, which is going to be a medium of a lighter grey, which I'm going to attempt to start very lightly shadow coat on. And I'm just going to take my spray can and just very lightly brush over it in many ways. I'll still be painting some of the areas with metal and other colours, as well as just looking to do those eye areas. And as you can see, that's the ash grey going on, or I believe it's Grey Seer by Games Workshop. And I'm not like putting huge amounts on. I'm just using a very light touch to basically not put too much paint on. Other words, not oversaturating. At that point, I'm just doing some of the weapon options, just giving them a little bit of a coat as well. And once it's dry, I'll then be able to take it inside, do some oil on it, or black wash on it with null oil, to hopefully go into the recesses created by those cracks, as well as generally just try and make it a little bit more grimy around the feet and the bottom edges of the model itself. So after spray painting the basic model in the uniform grey, I purchased some crackle medium from Vallejo and gave that a try. I painted the front area here and also the side areas, as well as some of the paneling. And then after it dried, I then sprayed on this ash grey colour and then highlighted it with some white. All up, the model looks great. I've also, as you may see, done the Z95s. They were done in a similar colour, but they used Dawnstone from Games Workshop as the base colour for it. I didn't want the brown that you see in the Empire's Return of the Jedi version, so I've done that. But back to the ATST, the Crackle Medium didn't quite work well. Unfortunately, the way I painted it, with having that dark grey underneath, then light grey over the top, didn't allow for much of the crackling effect to be really exposed. If I was to do this again, I'd probably do a black undercoat first and then the grey over the top. That would have opened it up. You can still see some crackling in here. So it does look as though it's worn metal, which I do like. I then went over it with a bit of null wash and really white, made it quite runny so it wouldn't pool too much, except in a few areas. The gun did move, but I think probably from the varnish coat over the top of it recently, it's probably seized. All up, good model. I think if I was to do it again, I would do the black undercoat first and then do the grey over the top. The feet, properly grimy, because that's where it all gets contacted with. And that is my heavy support and a support for my Star Wars Legion. So that means that I've done the cores, the officers, the support, 2 supports now, and heavy support. That doesn't leave too much left to go before I have a fully completed Imperial Army. All that is pretty much left to do is the likes of Iden Verso, the Special Forces and Inferno Squad, and also Darth Vader. All of them having that black undercoat to start off with. So I'll be doing them as one complete video, all 3 of those together. But for now, from Ozysturm, please like, please subscribe, leave a comment if you're interested. I am thinking about purchasing another heavy support for this Imperial Forces. What? I don't know yet. I'm leaning towards getting a 3D printed version of the ATDT. For those that don't know the reference, this is the Walker that has the artillery piece gun that you saw in the Battle of Mabien in A Solo Story. The descriptive of it is that it is a basically half-size ATST. It has a giant cannon on it. It is used for long-range sniping. However, due to the Battle of Mabien being so long and hard, they started incorporating it into frontline action. I think that the model looks pretty good. The ones that I've seen on the like Garfie's Games and Maddox and a few other printed places looks pretty good. However, we still have a couple of weeks away before we have the mini extravaganza done by AMG. So I'm more so thinking of waiting to see what are their plans for the future before I go and purchase anything more in the 3D department. I am very much interested in getting the Star Wars Legion Subjugation Squad. They are the stormtroopers with riot gear and the K series droids, I believe. I'm very interested in seeing how those droids work in with that unit, and whether or not you can use the K droids in other troop choices. If you recall, you did see them a lot in Andor, both with shore troopers with by themselves as security, as well as with regular stormtroopers, rather than these subjugation squad. So it will be interesting to see how those are formatted. But for now, I will say enjoy your gaming. I will see you on the table next time. Bye for now.